For most wedges, you're going to play them in the middle of your stance. Very good. That's it.
That's good timing, isn't it?
It is. Okay, Nolan, I'm going to look at your swing, see how we're doing compared to Grant. Here you are in the one position, the setup. Looks pretty solid. Just want to cover a couple of small adjustments that I would like you to make. You had a tendency sometimes to hit fat and thin, and we talk about the low point of a golf swing being connected to where your body weight is and where your hands are. There's another factor that plays a role in where the low point is, and that's the setup of the shoulders. And your shoulders are set. That right shoulder is set way too low, and your left shoulder too high. And I would like to level those off a little bit. Grant has his right shoulder slightly lower than his left, and your spine is pretty tilted back quite a bit. So I like you to adjust those a little bit, because that's going to cause you to hit the ground behind the golf ball a little bit too easily. You're going to it'll be difficult for you to come into the correct angle into the golf ball. You're going to come in a little bit too level with that right shoulder down that low. So one of the things I like to adjust is your spine angle. Your upper body needs to be more, just a little bit more like this, and your spine a little bit more like that. If you look at Grant's spine, it's just a little bit of a tilt, not a lot, and you're pretty severe. So we're going to get our sternum more on top, more centered. And yours is just a little bit too much back, and I would like your hands to set a little bit more underneath you, more in here, and so I like your hands to move back a little bit so we have a nice straight line. So we have a nice straight line from the shoulder to the golf ball. So get those hands a little bit further back, and that'll make it easier also to get that new shoulder position. So you're going to set up just a little bit more level, more on top, so that your upper body is more sitting on top of your lower body. You're not tilted quite so much with that spine angle. One other small adjustment in your setup, and it's somewhat important, and I'd like to go ahead and have you get comfortable with this adjustment now so that it's not an issue we have to deal with later. If you'll notice, Grant has his left foot flared out a little bit. Now, you don't need to turn it as much as he has, but I would like you to start setting up with your toes pointed out just a little bit. That'll really help in your weight shift and in the proper turning of your hips and the way your knees will react to the golf swing. Now I'm going to go back to the 3 position. Do Grant first. When Grant goes back, as he goes back, he stays stable on the left side, and he has a nice right angle in the shaft of the club in the left arm. As you go back, one of the things I would like to work on is to get you to hinge your wrist a little quicker so that the club is more up in here when you get to your left arm parallel to the ground. I like the lower body action. You're flexing the left knee and extending the right leg. I like that a lot. Would like you to get that hand position, the wrist action a little bit more. That'll give you more power with less effort. Now I'm going to move to the end of the backswing and through impact as Grant comes through. He's strong on the left side as he hits the ball, heading down into the golf ball. So I take you now to the top of the backswing. I like the fact that your right elbow is into your side there. You're starting to extend the left leg as you come through there. Nice extension here. You look very similar to Grant in that position. I like that a lot. As I take you again to this extension, the one thing that is slightly different is that Grant, he's driving this knee towards the other knee and his right hip. This leg is somewhat relaxed. It's not rigid. He's extending his left leg, but not his right leg. And you have a tendency to get really stiff in both legs. Now I'm going to show you doing the stick. I've drawn that red line where the stick is, and then I've drawn a line for Grant as if there was a stick that he was going to drive to. You can see how he moves his lower body toward that red line before he hits it. Getting ready to start your downswing. You're driving the lower body toward that stick. You're bumping that stick, driving through. You're coming off that back foot. Nice extension. Arms and hands right in front of your chest as you come through. I want to show you a comparison of your swing before you did the stick drill. And it'll show you the value of that stick drill. On the right is Grant Waite. And as he comes through impact, I want you to watch his back foot and how it moves to the edge of the shoe as his right knee moves towards the target. His right hip and right knee, his hips are turning towards the target. He's on that left side, but watch that back foot right there moving to the edge of the shoe. As you move through, you twist the foot, you lift the heel up, but all 5 of your toes are still touching the ground. When you did the drill, the stick drill, watch your back foot move just like Grant's foot did. You're on the edge of your shoe right there, where here you spun the foot, keeping all the toes on the ground. Also, you can see how there's daylight between your left arm and chest because you weren't moving your lower body correctly. So the stick drill really helped put you in some pretty good positions through impact. We just need to translate that now, that movement, when there's a golf ball there.